Welcome back, guys, to Dragon Age Inquisition. I am here in the hinterlands. Sorry about the jumping around we're going to be doing on the next few episodes. I was just trying to do, a bunch of the side quest stuff, get a few more levels, maybe some loot, before I start going back down the main quest again. So I was here in the hinterlands, and I had a quest that I had gotten off of some dead body I had found a long time ago. And it was talking about how a thief had stolen something from some very important people in a fortress that's right here. And so I figured I would check it out. And I had already made it in there before. I figured this would have been something that would have been really nice to record because, there's a lot of bad guys there. There's some good fighting. Anyway, I made it halfway through there. I haven't cleared it all out yet. We might be able to get through that this episode. This is the quest. A thief stole something important from a fortress. Threatening note suggests that whoever stole it very much wants it back. Anyway, while I was here, I found a note that talked about how there was some Coda members setting up a Red Lyrium mining operation with the help of local mercenaries. These, I'm pretty sure, being the source of the local mercenaries. So I came back to this camp to restock, and I'm going to go clear out this Coda infestation here in the Valamar. I'll then make my way back up here and finish sorting through all of that. Whoops. I want that marker there. Now, while I was here, I actually got a Masterwork armor drop, which is very nice. It's this. Let's take a better look at it. It's 139 armor rating compared to the Dragon Vest, which I think I gave to... No, I still have it in my inventory, which is 123. So yeah, I slapped some arms on it, I think. And it's got heal bonus, only 3%, but which isn't as good as the 10%, but it's got melee defense, ranged defense, and maximum stamina by 10. Doesn't have as much defense, or it doesn't have the fire resistance that the vest has. So this is where all audio on the video just completely cut out, and at the moment I'm not really sure what the issue is. I don't think it's a problem with my mic because we would still have game sounds then, and I had game sounds the whole time I was playing, so I don't think it's a problem with the game or the patch. At least I don't see how it could be. So that really just leaves shadow play, and I'll have to do some investigating into that. So the rest of this episode is going to be all post commentary. And this is the first time I've ever done a post-commentary, so if y'all could be nice to me, that would be lovely. I'm going to do my best, though, to keep you involved with my frame of mind. So I'm just going to cut back to this clip real quickly, because I wanted to make sure I talked about all the good loot I got. So, Stolas is wearing the Warden's Battle Mage armor that I picked up from the Fallow Mire, and I've also got some Orlesian Battle Mage armor, which is a level 11 that I'm holding on to for Vivian or Solus if I drop Vivian, which I probably won't because she's a very heavy powered mage, got a lot of different kinds of attacks, whereas Solus is mostly just going up the Winter Tree. Well, then there's the Masterwork Vanguard armor, which we've already seen on Liana. So right as this fight was ending, we got a little bit of banter between Vivian and Solus, and that led me to ask, why does anybody even like Vivian? I've seen a lot of people praising her on the subreddit, and everybody asking for a Vivian romance DLC. And I just have to say, if you like Vivian, put Vivian and Solus in your party, or Vivian and Blackwall, and just listen to the banter. Vivian is an absolute asshole, and I don't regret saying that. She is very powerful, but she has the social skills of, well, of an asshole, to be perfectly honest. She is as rude as can be to Solace as an apostate, which is partially expected, but, I think she goes over the line, and Solace does a really good job of, firing back. He's really good at that. But she even picks on Blackwall, and Blackwall just goes over the top to try to be polite, even says so. So as we go into Valamar, we're faced with another fast travel warp kind of location, and I cut out the loading screens just because it's a minute and a half of loading. But this is the first time, really, that I've seen a fast travel point in one region that leads completely to another region and not a world map, and I just thought that was interesting. And as we come in, Liana remarks this must be an old route to the Deep Road, which is really helping those smugglers get basically from Orzammar to here. And I, right off the bat, quite like the looks of this place. It's kind of like a forgotten grove down in a chasm with dwarven architecture that I've always liked in these games. I think the artists for anything dwarf related have done an amazing job. And here I try to see if I can get a hook around at this Carter Archer, but I'm just gonna have to walk right up to him and do it. I don't know why I even bothered with a hook. I probably could have just, done a lunge and strike for more damage. But he did not stand a chance with 2 mages and 2 warriors wailing on him. And Blackwall, being Blackwall, instantly sees someone off on the other side of the map and starts chasing him. But I guess that's what I get for setting the tactic to follow himself. It means if he sees an enemy, he charges the enemy. And at that point, I think I was trying to challenge him to get a little extra guard off of him, but it didn't quite work. He was already dead. More Drakestone, which I don't really use that much, and surprise, more Carter people. Once again, the 2 mages just absolutely overrun them. And there's still this one guy over here, which I thought was dead. Even when I'm talking in the post-recording, I thought that guy was already dead. So, just goes to show how well he managed to sneak off, but he makes the bad mistake of trying to come back and finish the job, which we then finished him. Looks like that grappling hook didn't quite work because he can't grapple hook dead bodies. There goes the charging bull again. I think AI and charging bull don't really go well together. Of course, charging bull and me don't really go well together either because I can't quite figure out how well it works. Supposedly, if you can charge right into them, it gives you some extra guard. At least that's how I assume it works. So let's go ping for some other resources. I see the ladder, but that's probably just an alternate way of getting up here if you're too lazy to take the stairs, but want too much of an exercise to go somewhere else. And I didn't even notice that that was a door right there to the left. But that's a place we can go in, and we do go in it in a later episode. So I think I stopped to talk there. I don't remember what we talked about. Well, there's a door that needs a rogue. I really need to fit a rogue into my party, but I really just don't know who I want to drop for it. But yeah, that lacking a rogue is really going to come back to bite us at the end of the episode. More Drakestone. Woohoo! Why do I keep calling it Drakestone? It's Drakestone, idiot. Oh look, duck spawn. There are Carter members fighting duck spawn. First time I've seen duck spawn in this game. Really don't know how much of an importance duck spawn. I can't even talk at all. This is why I don't do post commentary. I don't know how important duck spawn are going to be later in the game. I try to hook this Carter Bowman to try to do a stealth kill without his partner even noticing, but that didn't work out quite so well. So yeah, let's get Blackwall to go after that guy. grappling hook followed up by a mighty blow. Or I tried to do a mighty blow, but key didn't press. Go Liliana, don't want to fall off that. And that's the door we need to go to go beat the code leader. So at this point I'm wondering, how far can we go in the opposite direction? Is that going to lead all the way down to the deep roads, or is it going to cut off? But Vivian's getting shot by somebody. There's another Hurlock over there. So once again with the grappling hook and the mighty blow, that time it worked. Piece of cake. Though I'm glad they're not any Hurlock emissaries or any of the other higher duck spawn that we found in Origins. That would have been a pain in the butt. So let's save before we go into this boss battle. And oh boy, there's a bunch of dwarves with a very big person in the center. First I'm like, you're too big to be a dwarf, but then I realized it's probably just heavy armor. So let's see if we can't knock one of those others out of the way. And I'm like, maybe we'll drop a fireball on a cutter leader. And I'm trying to see if I can't bring up any stats for the leader to see what he's weak to, because I know that worked against the dragon. And then I tell Solace to put an ice mine down, but I accidentally do a blizzard, because I can't tell ice mine and blizzard apart, and I don't bother reading it. Not a barrier, because I have to do that manually. Alright, yep, go ahead and toss down that Winter's Grasp, Solace. And let's let the fight commence. Man, that music was timed perfectly. I did not edit that song at all in order to fit within the combat. It just worked out like that. So orders her, like operations, take Liska with you. And this reminded me of Lesky, because Liska sounds like Lesky. And I wanted to say that I discovered that the voice actor for Varric is the same voice actor that voiced Lesky, which is why he seems so damn familiar in the beginning and I couldn't place it. Anyway, we discovered this dwarven gear. It's pretty cool. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing with that. Well, I do, but at the time I didn't. So let's keep searching the area. Oh wait, yeah, everybody can level up. So, level up Blackwall first. And as usual, I can't decide on what I want to get. Bodyguard to accept blows. We've already got most of the stuff in the Vanguard tree. You can get something related to Battlemaster, because either the horns are going to be very useful. Coup de grace, which would lead to a Horn of Valor. That's a good one to get. Horn of Valor, give allies strength to fight. I like the sound of that. Someone I would use a lot. But of course, let's see what's in the two-handed tree as well. We got Pommel Strike and Whirlwind Strike, which eventually will all lead the way down to Earth-Shattering Strike. Whirlwind seems like a pretty large area of type attack, and I don't use those that often, so I decided to go with the Pommel Strike. I want to check the tactics. I'm going to set Pommel Strike to preferred because that's a pretty easy one to do. It's not very stamina intensive, or it's not something that I would have to babysit. So now, Vivienne, and I've been specializing. Oh wait, what's this? Am I going to read this before I level up? So apparently these Carter members have been spying on us as we're here in the hinterlands. That's basically all that says. And that's basically what Liana says. Alright, let's level up Vivienne now. Vivienne and Solus. So Vivienne, I pretty much am going to stick to the Spirit Guardian type tree for most of the way up. Mind Blast will lead to Strength of Spirits, which has a 50% barrier bonus, which I definitely like. We can get Dispel, and Dispel is something I recently found out you can use on enemies at the Rift as they're spawning it, and it would make them not spawn. That would have been very handy in all the other Rifts I tried to defeat and the episodes leading up. And of course, that leads to Revival, which would make reviving down enemies a whole lot easier, but I grabbed Mind Blast because I want to work my way up to the plus 50% barriers. And I decided Mind Blast is something I can keep active. Alright, it's Solus's turn, and Solus is mainly up on the Winter Tree. I still didn't have a second, do I want to go up the Fire Tree a little bit more? But, Vivienne's got all that stuff covered. So Wall of Ice, we can upgrade the Blizzard even more. We can upgrade the Glyph, which I almost do, but then I remember, I don't use the Glyphs very well. Fade Step, I'm not that interested in, but it leads to some overall Winter Mastery, which would improve most of our winter attacks. So once again, am I going to get the Glyph, or am I going to get the Ice Storm? What's it going to be? Let's grab the Ice Storm, make the Blizzard more powerful. Alright, that's everybody leveled up. And do I have anything that I can give them now that they're all level 10? I've been holding on to this Keeper Fire Staff. Can't remember where I picked that up, actually. It might have been at that fortress in the hinterlands, but alas, it's level 11, as is the Elysian Battle Mage armor. But Vivienne can wear it. Apparently it's level 10, I was misreading that. So why don't we equip it on Vivienne? It looks pretty simple in comparison to what it had before, and it doesn't have the willpower, but it's got cunning. And I stopped to say, I'm not really sure what cunning does for a mage, but the 107 armor rating, I'm going to go ahead and equip it until I can find something better. That's that, and I don't think I have anything for Blackwall. Well, let's switch over to him to find out. I am hiding the UI when we're not in combat, and that actually made it quite difficult to switch to Blackwall without shooting him, as Solus did. But I don't seem to have anything that I can give him as a level 10. I stopped to read those stats again. He's wearing the Warden helmet, as he probably could tell from the beginning of the episode. Can't give him the Dwarven helmet yet, it's a level 11. And I just double check all the armor ratings on this old armor. Make sure there's not something I'm forgetting. That is that. So can I change can I find any hotkeys that would help me switch between targets? Scroll down. Where are they? There's gotta be hotkeys for it. Oh yeah, select party member 1, 2, 3, 4. F1, F2, F3, F4. It's a bit of a pain to do that on the fly, because on my computer I'm going to have to tap FN. I'll then hit F2, F3, F4. But it's not that hard because it won't be when I'm in combat. So we can take one of those gears and put them there, but I'm still short one gear, so I'm going to have to go exploring to find that. Just a little bit about Ozma, all this stuff we already knew because we played the Dwarf Commoner story. Talks about castless and how the dwarves pretty much completely rely? They don't reply. They rely on merchants from the outside world, but they like to pretend that they're doing it all themselves, basically. Nice bit of lore. It's really a shame. I pick up all this lore and I only glance at it and I never go back and read it, even though I say I'm going to go back and read it because they put so much time and effort into it. But alas, it never happens. So there's another Hurlock out here. This one's an alpha, I believe. He's actually going to be a little bit harder to hit. No, it's a regular Hurlock. Let's toss a guard down, though. Or toss a challenge down to give us some guard. So yeah, with all those mages coming in, piece of cake. I drink a regen potion just because I don't want to waste one of the health potions. Only got 5. I don't know if I showed this in an episode or not, but for everybody who's not a mage, I basically disabled the auto health potion drinking because I couldn't find any sort of tactic that I liked with that. Now I'm just manually giving them stuff. Except for the mages, I have them do it because they're too easily killed. So I'm poking around here. This is lower terrace. I'm wondering where it's going to go. Here is where we're going to fight the Hurlock Alpha. Hey there, guy. As soon as my grappling chain didn't work, I knew something was up. But damn, does he have a big Warhammer type thing. Yep, easy Alpha. Totally missed with that charging bull, as usual. Blackwall joins the fray. He doesn't have any problems keeping up a full guard. I wonder how he does it. It's probably related to the beard. But yeah, man, that large area of attack is really just hurting Leon and Blackwall as they try to melee him. So most of the damage is being done by the mages. Now come back. I will finish him off if it takes me all day. Yeah, Winter's Grasp really helps. Man, I'm sorry about the quality of my speaking in this post-commentary. This is really different and really new for me, but we got him. Let's see if we can't loot. Oh, what's this on the ground? Energize? What exactly are we energizing? Well, Vivian's gonna energize it. And boom, that is gonna be enough to stop the duck spawn from coming in, according to the game. Well, was there not any loot from that guy? Doesn't look like it. So let's go try to find the second gear that we will need. Halls of the Elders, it's bound to be in here. According to the minimap it is. But, wait for it. Rogue required door. That's right. Not going to be able to get into that building with this current party. So between episodes, I'm definitely going to find a place to put a rogue in my party. Probably Cole. I'm not a huge fan of Sarah. And I'll come back here in the next episode then. But this episode's not done. I try all the doors because there are multiple doors to get in here, but alas, can't open them. I was kind of half hoping there'd be a sort of sneaky side entrance we can go in if we wanted to. But that was a fool's hope. I really need to get the Deft Hands, Deft Tools, Inquisition perk, because I'm pretty sure that would allow Liana to open locks. At least that's what it seemed like when I was reading it. I say that a lot, that's what it seems like when I was reading it, because it's just... a lot of the wording in this game is kind of ambiguous. You really need to try things to figure out what they do. Right now I'm just trying to figure out the map. How do I get out, and can I fast travel from here or not? The answer to that's no. I gotta walk back. Such a pain to walk back that long distance. But I have to do it. I make sacrifices. There's this one door here, though, that we can't go in. Let's go see what's in there, shall we? Ping, ping, ping. There's a note. Security. We don't have the manpower to push the duck spawn in. Don't worry, I dealt with that. Let's bash our way in. What's in here? It's loot. Better be good loot. Pitch grenade recipe. Nice. Grenades can be fun. What's in here? Tiny vat has a Ferelden broadaxe in it. 151 DPS. I quickly check that versus Blackwall's war axe. The Gift of the Mountain Father only does 142. And I can improve that. I can toss a haft on it and a pommel on it. And a rune once I can make runes. At this point, I'm assuming that rune making is something I can't do at Haven. And I know eventually we're going to get Skyhold as a base. I mean, I browse the subreddit. I try to stay free of spoilers, but that's impossible. So I figure at Skyhold, there's a way I can make runes. But yep, this is where I say adieu. Again, sorry about the audio. We don't know what happened with it, and I can't fix it, so we're stuck with my terrible post commentary. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you stuck through it, and I will see y'all next time.